So what are you gonna play now?
Yeah, it's not the problem. Have a good one. Yep. See you later. Emote, do it. I'm gonna message Max to see where he's at, because I was gonna say if he's up for Puyo Puyo.
That's a good way. That's a good one, yeah.
Yep. You got the bad hiccups, Mike. Get some water.
I already have, and literally nothing hasn't helped.
Have Casey scare you.
Not even that would work.
That'll be like a.
When I get hiccups, dude, it's hard to get rid of them.
Dish.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Ludicolo and I caught it, but it's a rain dish one.
Damn. It's hard to get. Like they say that it's that's one of the abilities that you can get. So I'm sitting here breeding, and then I'm going to hyper train them once I have it to a Ludicolo.
Well,
So
looks
I'm
like.
like, God.
Unless we can figure out like 30-minute game, looks like we're chilling for a little bit.
Hey, that's fine.
I mean, in the meantime, it's only 30 minutes chilling.
I don't know. Yeah. The one thing I am looking forward to is still training that is pretty much training my Fuecoco.
There we go. Switched.
I am too. I'm looking forward to training the Quaxley. I already know Jamie is probably going to get Quaxley too.
Well, I mean, it's kind of obvious in that regard too.
It's a duck!
I mean, a
Ducks
dancing duck.
and-
Come on now.
Ducks and Jamie and ducks. It's a given.
Back to more dino killing. Are you killing dinos? Because Mike's not gonna appreciate that.
I mean, it's fine.
Who's killing
don't mind.
dinos?
Oh, I think Skull is doing like, I'm killing dinos now, and it's like I don't think we
Well,
appreciate the
remember,
killing
she has
of dinos.
Arc now.
Does she have actually Arc
I'm
now
not.
Yeah,
on the Switch?
courtesy of my friend. Yes.
Dang.
I'm not killing dinos.
Wait, how many frames per second do you get
I'm
in
pretty
the
sure-
Switch?
I'm pretty sure it's 30, because usually if they save it at 30, then it's pretty good.
Like, cause I remember that game was like a struggle to run on a dedicated gaming GPU, like let alone a Switch.
The only reason I liked.
They optimized it pretty well.
I'm like pulling out.
I watched their stream, and it was going real well.
Here's the funny thing. I'm pulling out my Switch just to check out the Sword and Shield, and I see literally Sakura playing Ark Survivor Evolved, and I see little old Kraid playing Ori and the Blind Forest. I don't even think Kraid, you have to be on here in order to.
Is there a way to make yourself invisible on the Switch? I don't need him seeing me playing.
Oh yeah, you can actually. You just have to just turn it off to all friends.
Just get me
Ah!
But it's probably too late. You've already seen me playing.
Finally.
I saw you play
that freaking
Sword and
thing is
Shield.
over.
I mean, you've
I
mentioned
gotta
this
freaking
before.
swim.
It's also like Kraid needs to be on here if he wants to get those 100,000 channel points. Like he needs to be on here. Otherwise, he's not gonna get there.
Guys,
I'll just
don't
take
worry
my
about
time
getting
to
me a
get
low
there.
tad because I gotta.
Oh, there's Kraid.
Which
Kraid,
one?
where are you at with points?
Okay. So you got the Swift Swim Lotad?
Yep.
Oh, you got Swift
Alright.
Little Ted? I was gonna check Sword and Shield for you because I literally am pulling it out right now.
I just got my low tad, and I'm just gonna hyper train all of it. So don't worry.
Well, let me look at this. Why are you stalking us, Blaze? I literally just pulled out my Switch. Thank you very much.
I've never really enjoyed.
Hey,
the
Kraid did this
hyper
before to me too.
Okay.
Um,
Weird, but okay.
Mike, let me get it because I really wanted it. Says Skull. I barely touch play of Ori, and but I think it's absolutely major. Yeah, no, Ori, like it is definitely one of my favorite indie games for sure. It's definitely up there. But you have to play Ori and the Blind Forest first. Not only because of the story, but the mechanics are definitely way more improved if you go into the second game. And I feel like it's gonna be a little bit jarring for anybody who tries to play the second one before the first one. Also, 99.6k. Jesus. Are you gonna spend those right away, Kraid? Do you have an idea for a game request?
I'll use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. Like seriously, Kraid, I'm waiting for. I know Kyle says he's waiting on me to have a backlog. I do have a bit of a backlog of games, and I still need to do Mike's games, which I'm gonna probably plan to do soon once I clear up a few of my other games. And I know it's like I haven't even played certain single player games yet because I need to dedicate some time because now I'm working. I need to dedicate some time in the evenings now for like single player game nights. That's for sure. Let me see if I even have a Ludicolo on Sword and Shield, honestly.
Because there are 4 moves I have to make sure to teach it: Weather Ball, Giga Drain, Ice Beam, Protect.
I have a Lombre.
I just got my Lombre. Coming up here.
Oh, it does have Swift Swim. I have a Lombre that has Swift Swim. So you could have gotten it from me.
That's alright. What are the stats like?
Let me see. So let's see. It is. Looks like a traded one. It has a nature of lax nature. It likes to thrash about. So it has red is increase, right? Not decrease. So it's like
increase.
yeah. So increase in defense, less on special defense. HP is currently 83. Attack is 44. Defense is 39.
What about the judge feature? Do you think you could use the judge feature?
Which one is that again? Oh my god. It's been a long time. How do you judge it again? Mike, how do you judge this Pokemon again?
So, to use the judge feature, you go to your boxes
Yeah.
and you press the plus button.
Okay.
This will this will activate your judge.
Oh, I see
You
it.
can see
Yeah, it's been a
HP,
while.
Pretty good. Attack.
HP is
best.
pretty good. Attack is best. Defense and special attack are decent. Special defense is very good. Best speed is best. It has great stats.
Oh, then I might actually take that.
You can go for it. I don't mind it. Let's see. There's a T-Rex on my beach. Well, get rid of it, Skull. As much as I wanted to skip Blind Forest, I will play Will of the Wisp because of its Hollow Knight mechanics. I know it's not proper to do that way. Yeah, it's good. Plus, the first one is also a very solid game. The first one is a solid game. Once you get used to it, it's still pretty solid. As of right now, I'll probably not spend them right away. Honestly, you have already streamed some of my favorite games. That's fine. Great.
I remember just I think I suggested Ori a couple of years ago, but like,
Yeah.
I remember Nick was playing it. And I'd be like, oh, Nick's playing it, but I'm like, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Man, you can watch it. It's all on my. Oh no, you cannot watch any of my Ori stuff yet because no, Ori and the Blind Forest should be up there fine, I think, but it may not have been uploaded. But Will of the Wisp, I know for sure I have not fixed anything yet because I forgot that it was during a time where I played Xbox game and Xbox for some reason defaults to showing someone's email address. And my email address was shown, and that's definitely an email address. I do not want people to just randomly email randomly things. So I have to I privated them, and I have yet to gone back and edited them. But yeah, Mike, if you want to trade for it, go for it. I just need to figure out how to trade again because it's been a very long time. How do I trade with you?
Why?
Yeah.
Link. You want to hit plus to connect to the internet. Link trade. I'm gonna do a link code. Set a link code.
Alright, yeah. Honestly, I can't think of anything. Well, I mean, think about something, Kraid. Again, don't worry about spending them right away, because I will get to them eventually. And don't mind asking about playing a game that I don't own. It depends on the prices and if I can get it, kind of thing. Obviously, like, I have the right to say no to it, and I request that please don't bother me about it if I don't get to it right away, because I don't want to get bothered by too much above a game. And there's some games I have not put in recently that I've bought, and I've been slacking on a lot of things like that. The Prime series, Mario RPG, yeah, I did that. Snap, Ori, Fusion, and more, yeah. I mean, if there's a game you're interested in seeing, oh, for sure, let me know.
Back.
Yep.
I went ahead and sent the code up.
Oh yeah, let me do.
GDM.
Yeah, I got it. Let me put that code in.
So what's going on?
Oh, I'm doing shady deals with Mike. You know I want to give you a hard time about it, and I appreciate it, Kraid.
Your turn for shady deals now, I see.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
You gave me such a hard time for doing shady deals. And again, I wasn't prepared for my deals.
I'm searching for your code, Mike. It's not yet connected. That's reasonable. Yeah. But yeah, there's like certain games I've gotten recently, and I have yet to fully check them out. I have yet to set up a lot of things. I have yet to go back to Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. I know it's such a boring game, but I'm dedicated to finish it at some point.
Okay, for some reason something's not right here then. I guess it should be connecting us.
Yeah, I'm going to cancel it.
Same. That link code.
You also did Twilight Princess. Yeah, that one was actually a first traditional Zelda game I've ever played. I don't count Breath of the Wild as my first traditional Zelda game because that's not traditional. It's not my first Zelda game I completed, but definitely I think Twilight Princess would... No, Ocarina of Time would be technically my first touching it. It's just a coincidence you have to play many of my favorite. Hey, again, like if you want interested in some of my favorites or whatever game that you want to be introduced to, I'm more than happy to showcase them, because there are some games I've played that I genuinely do like, and I think it's great to showcase to everyone if I can.
Let's see, what berries do I have that I can make into curry?
Let me know when you have set it up again, Mike. Zelda is like...
Quite a bit. Now, what ingredients do I have?
Yeah. Like, here's my thing. Ignoring the traditional part of Twilight Princess, I don't know how I feel about that one, honestly. It was nice. I did have an overall time. The story was...
I don't like the name I'm seeing up on my thing. It's Pokegems.com.
Yeah, whatever. I think the story is... I don't know. I kind of feel like I wasn't attached to it as much as, like, what I did with Breath of the Wild, and that had barely any story. Yeah, no, like, for sure. Like, I want to play traditional Zeldas. Like, the NES one is still... I'm trying to go focus on. There's some SNES ones I want to get into and just sit down and play, that's what I'm considering doing, like... I'm setting up, like, I'm legit setting up a bunch of different type of stream right now, where once I get the setups properly, I was thinking of doing, like, some one-night sitting games, like SNES games, where I can try to sit down and try to beat a SNES game, or no, not SNES game, a NES game, NES, and see if I can beat it within, like, the 4 hours I have before I have to go to sleep and get ready for work the next day, kind of thing. Like, it's one of those type of stream
That would be an
settings.
interesting challenge.
It is what it is, because like some NES games can be beaten within a few hours. They're designed to be beaten within a few hours. Like that's the design of the games. It's just I want to dedicate some time for that. All right, I had it right first time. That's where I'm dyslexic. I mean, If you're dyslexic, that's fine. A lot of people are surprisingly dyslexic, actually, I should say. Like, I've met a lot of people who are easily dyslexic. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Of course not. I'm not disregarding anybody. I want to be clear to anybody who watches this now or in the future. Like, I'm not trying to diss anybody who's dyslexic. I'm just like, when I'm thinking about it, I have met a lot of people who are genuinely dyslexic. And I guess, like, in the long run, I never really thought about like how like a lot of people being dyslexic. Like, it's one of those things that I don't really think about, but when you sit down and think about it, it's like, I thought it'd be more of a rare thing, but man, it is pretty common, to be honest. Again, I don't want anyone to take this out of context, trying to diss anybody with dyslexic or dyslexia or whatever, okay? I'm really not. This is just for in case of anybody who tries to take out my stuff out of context. And if I ever become like a huge celebrity, there will be someone who will be taking a lot of my stuff out of context just to give me crap.
Watch you running for president and everything of yours is taken out of context.
Oh yeah, if I ever run for president, there will be like a good chunk of America being like, I want this president to be out of the office, and because he made so many innuendos and he swore and blah blah blah, and it's just like, come on.
The president hasn't.
Yeah.
What people need to do is shut up and do their research first before they go and start.
No, not like there we go.
Well, with the current generation going, it's not gonna happen.
Guess what?
No,
I think we should resort back to the old days of going out, finding a twig, and whooping your rear end.
Nah.
They need discipline nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say it, but without discipline in your life, you become spoiled.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, what are you saying, Will? By the way.
The only reason I don't like seeing the .com.net and the .tv names on here is I always keep getting hacked Pokemon from them, even though they're shinies.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a hacked Pokemon.
Huh.
And it messes up my game to where then I have to just turn the game off and pray that it reverts back to before I got that Pokemon.
Yep. It's definitely more common than I originally thought. Yeah, that's for sure. I said Blazeman never swears. I will, like, this is what I would...
Not going in for you?
Oh, oh yeah, no, let me probably type it in. Same password before?
Yep. It might take a little bit, but...
Yep, I'm doing it...
I cursed myself.
Now. Trying to connect to someone.
I'm getting rid of it. I'm getting rid of it. I'm getting rid of this one.
Searching right now.
Blaze, like...
There we go.
I will say about swearing is that I will swear live when it's like something like in the scripting, like a show, voiceovering, or whatever I need to do, or reading off like dialogue. I've done that with games or something like that. Like, in terms of like, as long as it's properly done and I don't feel like it's unnecessary and stuff like that, it's just, I will swear if, like, in the sense of like, if its story does have that kind of thing when I'm trying to act it. Otherwise, it's just, yeah, like, I don't really like swearing. I really don't. Of course, there's the occasional, like, I will slip up. I can't hide that. And there are times where I have raged, and it's like, I kind of feel like I really want to swear the F word out. But, yeah. I would request Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, but I haven't actually beat the game myself. I can't. I actually know. I have a way to play it officially. I just don't have the official cartridge of it. You giving me a shiny Blastoise?
Yep, it's a duplicate of the one that I raised.
You sure?
Yep.
Shoot.
All right.
My first Zelda game is here, and I actually had this.
Okay. Do you mean your first Zelda game you played, or first Zelda game you completed?
Played and completed and ever owned.
Yeah.
Physical copy of was Oracle of Ages.
I actually do have that on the 3DS now, since now the 3DS shop closing.
And then I had gotten Oracle of Seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get to beat that with my physical copy. but I have it on a digital copy on my
Thank you, Nick.
2DS.
You're welcome.
I have both of them on a digital copy on my 2DS that I can actually
Alright,
play
now
and
you're
beat
ready
if I want
sucker.
to.
Get this going.
All right. Well,
And of
actually,
course, I
Last.
Pokemon Gold on there.
yeah, no worries. Actually, I will have to say, Kraid and Skull. By the way, so technically today's the no, not today. This month is the last month to put in like eShop cards directly onto your Wii U and 3DS eShop, but it's not the last chance to put money on the eShop, which honestly is really nice. As long as you merge the shop's accounts together with your Switch account, because you have Switches, you guys will be able to put money on those Wii U and 3DS. So you have until March to buy whatever you need to do. I wish they did this with the Wii, but unfortunately, that's too late.
So March of this coming.
Yeah, this March of this coming year is going to be the last month we can buy anything on those systems. So make sure you plan it out. But you need to. But after this month, Will, you have to put your money on your Switch. You have to do that directly there.
Everything that I want to get now for my 2DS will be physical. That I'm gonna have to go out and actually find.
Yeah, or you can just get the digital one if you link it to your.
I can't find digital, and I've looked.
Okay, so yeah, good luck with that, Will. But
I've looked for the digitals for them. It was like, please let there be a digital, and
let's
there
see.
wasn't a digital for it.
My first Zelda I completed was Twilight Princess on the Wii. Mike, I just ate a Norco berry, and I think mine's Link. Okay, yeah, great.
Narco berry. Be careful with narco berries. If you eat too many of them, and you'll pass out.
Huh.
You had me learn the hard way.
So, actually, my
first time I ever played Ark.
So this
Mike had me learn the hard way.
So my first Zelda game I've touched is I'm pretty sure it's Ocarina of Time. First Zelda game I've owned virtually is definitely Ocarina of Time. Physically, I've owned.
However, I will say this: he did have me stay safe though when he had me learn the hard way with them.
I never owned Breath of the Wild. I don't consider that as my Breath of the Wild. I played is my brother's, so I don't consider that as my own.
Never played Breath of the Wild.
First physical game Zelda game I really owned. Oh. I would say it might be either Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, or the Zelda collection. I forget. I got those around the same time. So I got those as my first physical Zelda games. And the first Zelda game I beat is Breath of the Wild, but the first traditional Zelda game I beat was Twilight Princess. I've watched a lot of others. Like, I have, like, my Zelda experiences has definitely went around a lot. I don't know, Zelda series is a series that I was wanting to get into for a long time, but I could not find myself to get into, which is why Breath of the Wild was something I really did enjoy, but I could not get into any of the traditional ones. Hence why I got into specifically the which streamed Twilight Princess, because it made me play it. So Breath of the Wild was the first Zelda game that broke traditional form of Zelda games, where you have to go through a linear set of story dungeons, and you can't go progress until you beat them, kind of thing. Breath of the Wild lets you do whatever you want. It's like the open-ended of open-ended open worlds. That's what it is. That's what we call traditional. So it's like, literally think of any other Zelda game but Breath of the Wild. Literally like that.
Never played.
You need to play it. It's actually a decently good game. Or I would say gameplay wise, it's pretty good.
I'm a wait till I move to before I start looking into getting any more games. Really, especially after this last game that I'm going to be getting in November.
Makes sense.
Dang it, not another. Nope, not keeping this one. It's going away.
Okay.
Why do I keep getting this?
I suck at Breath of the Wild. I mean, Breath of the Wild is a very different game. It's not easy. Understandable if you have a hard time with it. What other franchise games that I have not tried? Like Mario is definitely one that I've played a lot of it, but I haven't played every single one. Pokemon, I've played most of them. I still have to play Gen 6, and that is the next... That's the last Pokemon generation I have yet to play in full.
I have played every single generation all the way up to
I-
what's about to come out.
I played every single generation. I'm not including the extra, like, third one or next copy ones in terms of the generation. Well, Black 2 and White 2 are different a little bit. But, yeah, something like Platinum, Ruby, Sapphire, or Crystal or something like that, I have yet not played. I have not played every single version, but I played every single generation. I'm on Chapter 5 in Thousand Year Door.
I've played each gen, but again, also not each version.
What was...
I had White 2.
Oh, 5. Isn't 5 the
Years
train?
ago, I
Or is it
sold
not?
that one.
No. Oh, no, I know what 5 is. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was just like trying to remember what was 5. Yeah, there's certain chapters that I do genuinely like Skull, but others I just don't.
Let's see what's on Pokemon TV.
How are you liking Thousand Year Door, by the way? Oh, by the way, Keyhole Island is the Flavio glitch. I believe Crate says he'll be able to teach you the Flavio glitch.
Flavio percent.
I mean, I've done it twice, but the second time I tried it, it soft locked the entire game, and I didn't realize it, so I had to replay the Chapter 5 onwards to skip it. It was a hard time. Yeah, no, like, Thousand Year Door is genuinely my favorite overall Paper Mario game, for sure. At least the ones I've played. Because first Paper Mario was nice, but Thousand Year Door improved it so much. Super Paper Mario, though, I still consider it having the best story Paper Mario out of every single Paper Mario have out there. Like, it's arguably, to me, one of the best stories Nintendo games have ever brought out. Yes, there's like a lot of them, but it's still one of the better like side RPG spin-offs. And it is genuinely a good story. Granted, the gameplay is yeah, like yeah, like granted the gameplay is vastly different than Thousand Year Door. Like that is something that you're going to have to get used to. And the second thing about it is that it's not as colorful or very variety in terms of models and stuff like that, like the Thousand Year Door. It's definitely a downgrade from that. Like a lot of things, aspects why Super Paper Mario is below of Thousand Year Door, but Super Paper Mario in terms of story is by far, I would say, it's better than Thousand Year Door personally. Now, I have not finished playing the other future Paper Mario games, but that's a different segment for me. And I don't know if I will have time to finish all, but I do plan to play Sticker Star at some point. Probably stream it. I want to finish up Color Splash. I don't know if I'm going to finish it up with Carl or not, because he and I were watching it, but I'm pretty sure Carl lost interest in it. But that was like on our own side time. And the Origami King, I just stopped playing for like a long time. There's that.
I think I haven't played Thousand Year Door since I was like 12.
Thousand Year Door I haven't played since we last played Book of Mario.
Oh yeah, where Vivian uses her power of sex.
Oh yeah, I've played the Book of Mario. I don't think I saved a lot of that stream, which is unfortunate. I haven't saved a lot of my original stream of Thousand Year Door, so I can't have Kraid and Skull rewatch what I played in the past just because of my negligence. But yeah. So kill Triceratops with Slingshot. Oof. Find a way to nut this week.
You know what? I think I might actually remove Protect from the from this one and instead keep Knockoff.
Oh, Skull. That was from Book of Mario. If you don't know what Book of Mario,
Translate it.
yeah, it's a Google translated 1,000 times of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, all the dialogue, and it has some of the ridiculous ones. It got less funny after like chapter 2 or 3. No, actually, at chapter 3. After chapter 3, it started getting less and less funny because it started being predictable. But it was funny enough where some of the first dialogue, we just could not stop laughing. It also was the game that introduced Chris to Thousand Year Door and made a lot of our weird commentary, because I think, James, you said in there, it's like, you don't understand woman, and we just like, what? You have sisters, James. How do you not?
It was also sarcasm, but
yeah,
not that anyone really understands people. But.
Yeah, true. But it was also a time where it was also a funny time, because that was also a time where Jamie did not realize teacher told a masturbation joke for the longest time until she repeated it, and then in the background you can hear her literally saying that, and you're just like, oh my god, Jamie, you're innocent child. That was definitely a fun time playing that series. Like, some series I've definitely had fun playing, other series I definitely had low moments with, like a lot more low moments with than anything. I get that occasionally with some playthroughs I have. Like, some games I genuinely do enjoy playing, whether it be with people or without people. I genuinely have some fun times with. Like, Scars of Arcadia, I barely had anybody on commentary with or in chat, but that game was still a lot more fun than I expected. Other games, like having friends over, like having it made a lot more fun than it should have been. Book of Mario was one of them. But there's like some low moments playthroughs I've had that just ended up being very boring and very lackluster. Whether it be just the game itself, like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts is like way worse than I expected. I'm already get tired of it. That's why I haven't been rushing getting back to it. But other games, it's just like, I thought it would be better and just ended up being more, like a lot of the reasons just being lackluster with it. That's for sure. I played a lot.
So how did the ability capture work?
That's probably a Will question.
I have no idea. I've never used them.
Well, time to try it out.
Oh yeah, Skull and Kraid, if you guys have any questions with us as well, feel free to ask them. This is like chill time, Q&A time. Like, if we ever have just chatting, feel free to just chat and Q&A and stuff like that.
Pretty much right now, I'm just doing a Pokemon journey. I've already finished my Kanto journey. I'm now on my Johto journey.
I still need to finish my Soul Silver playthrough.
Um,
That's what I'm working on is Soul Silver right now. I've already beaten the
I need to get
second here.
I just need to get my Pokewalker for Gold, Sark Gold, and I'll be complete everything.
My Pokewalker is in a box near my brother's room, and that box I can't reach because it's buried in amongst the other boxes.
Can I have it?
No, because it's mine, and also I gotta change the battery because I gotta go buy a new battery. The battery.
But I want to complete.
Dead.
Please,
No, it's my
will you
walker.
come visit Crate and I will for sure. Like, if I have the money and I have the finances, like if I have the finances and I have the time to, I'll definitely come and have some time to come and visit you guys. If I go to like PAX East in Boston, I probably can find a way to get to Detroit from there. Like, whether it be like going to where you guys are, and then down to PAX East or coming back or something like that, I can always visit. Like, I can probably find a way. I still have your guys's, yeah, hold on. But yeah, I still have, Kraid, your, Metroid Dread Special Edition. I still have that. Skull, I still have the Pikachu I promised to give you with a signature, which I still need to figure out how to sign that. Well, a special signature I want to do. And, what was it? And, I have another thing I was going to give you guys along with that. But that's where you guys need to give me an address to ship it to. So can you create your own save points in Ori? I'm trying to remember if is that possible. It's been a little bit since I last played Ori. James, do you remember?
it's been a few years.
Yeah, it's definitely been over a year for me. Honestly, I say no to that. It's kind of like traditional save point games. So, yeah.
You create your own save points in Ori. Well, the first one you had, there was like you could.
Oh, you can actually because I'm actually doing it. Oh, okay, so there is a way.
So
thought
when
there
you
was.
when you do that, there's an ability that heals you slightly, and then
Oh.
creates like a recall point in a way. Like when you die, it starts you there.
Oh, gotcha. Which can be good or bad.
Yeah, because like you can go like like for several minutes at a time through like maybe a very difficult section, forget to do that manual save, and it'll just boot you back to where you last saved.
Oh yeah, I've done them so many times.
But in the second one, it was much more forgiving in that if you
Max, you scared me.
you didn't have to manually save. Like if you died, it would just kind of. I forgot how it did it, but like it would regularly just like it would just put you back on like the safe, like the last safe piece of ground you were on.
Mm-hmm. Max, this is not Halloween yet. Can't scare people like that.
'Tis the season. We're getting there.
Yeah, it's all retails are already doing Halloween stuff,
Hey,
right?
man, dude, next week. I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna start singing some Christmas carols. We're gonna be ready to go.
No, yet what things? I keep forgetting. Retail keeps pretty much skipping Thanksgiving. It's like Halloween,
Yeah.
maybe a
Well,
day of Thanksgiving, and then just Christmas.
Bro, are there even really like Thanksgiving songs? Let's be real here.
We wish you a Thanksgiving. We wish you a Thanksgiving. We wish you a Thanksgiving.
Are you just coming up with Thanksgiving songs now?
Dude, come on.
This is an untapped market, guys. You gotta cash in on this.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, you
Well,
can
then
just
please,
like
I'm not doing
Please,
crap.
please don't, because you're then just gonna get my mother into it, and then that's gonna be another holiday that I have to deal with her and her craziness and going overboard with it, and I just can't. It's bad enough with Christmas. Because she plays Christmas music all year round.
Oh, play that with like the radios. They always do it all year round. Jesus.
She keeps her. When my mom. When I lived with my mother, in the one mobile trailer that we lived in, not where I live in now, it was decorated for Christmas all year round. I live in that.
Yeah.
Couldn't. No, I didn't mind the smell because she baked them pretty much all year round. Yes, I didn't mind that because I'm sorry, free goodies.
Yeah, I would not complain about that either.
Yeah.
I was complaining about that. Of course, I went up several pant sizes.
You know what? That's a small price to pay.
Yes, it was.
Mhm.
But it was the other stuff that I just couldn't deal with. The Christmas lights and music and the constant Christmas movies over and over and over. They still haunt me in my nightmares.
All right, switch. Let's go to South Korea. Maybe at some point. I do plan to go back to South Korea at some point. I just have not gone there back there. I haven't gone back there in like a long time.